partisan symbols are becoming nonpartisan, according to the way that the culture is moving further and further to the left. Most egregious example of this just happened the other day in the U.S. Navy. The U.S. Navy has released a new mandatory training on eradicating extremism. In this training, the U.S. Navy claims that Black Lives Matter is a nonpartisan organization. The way this came out is because they give examples of sort of questions you might ask about propriety in the military. One example question is, my boss is always talking about Black Lives Matter in the workspace. Isn't that political stuff that they're not supposed to be talking about at work? I'm going to stop there for a second. The obvious answer is yes, it is. Not only is it political stuff, it's subversive, explicitly Marxist stuff that seeks to undo the American nation. So yeah, probably they shouldn't be talking about that in the U.S. military. Here's the answer the Navy gives. Advocating for or against a public policy issue, as here, is authorized as long as the behavior is otherwise lawful and the advocacy is not politically partisan in nature. The implication being that BLM is not politically partisan. First of all, organizations that seek to dismantle our entire American system should not be permitted in the workplace, should not be permitted in the government, and certainly should not be permitted in the U.S. military. So that's a problem in general. But even on this narrower point, BLM is nonpartisan. I guess that's the case. This is what the Democrats have done very successfully. They've taken contested, controversial political points of view, and they've mandated them. I mean, now, if you say that, this is the example we always go back to because it's the most ridiculous one. If you say that a man is not a woman, you are deemed not just a common sense person, which is what you actually are. You're not even just deemed a partisan. You're deemed a hateful bigot who ought to be ostracized from society because that kind of bigoted language has no place in America, mister, if you think that men shouldn't be allowed to go use the little girl's room. We got rid of near attendant. That's great. But the radicalism is still here. This training in the Navy goes on. It, quote, prohibits any member of the naval services from participating in any organization advocating supremacist causes. What is a supremacist cause? I think that the U.S. Navy is an American supremacist organization, right? It exists to kill our enemies. That seems like a supremacist cause. I think you got to get a little more specific here when you're talking about these words. It prohibits any member from participating in an organization advocating illegal discrimination. Notice the qualifier here. Not any organization advocating discrimination. Illegal discrimination. Illegal discrimination would be, for instance, if a college or university disadvantaged Black and Hispanic applicants. That would be illegal discrimination. It would be very legal discrimination if that same college or university disadvantaged white and Asian applicants. Because some racial discrimination is not only protected by law, but mandated by law. So the Navy says, no, the legal racial or otherwise discrimination, totally fine, probably mandatory. The illegal discrimination, no thanks. Or advocating the use of force or violence against the U.S. government or a state government. It has to say that because that is still the law. That's been the law for many, many decades in this country. I hope you enjoyed that clip from The Michael Knowles Show. To check out the full episode, hit the link in the description or download The Michael Knowles Show wherever you listen to podcasts.